All right, so I've been debating for like probably way too long on whether or not I would make a video for something like this. We haven't dove into metal for a while, even though I love metal, but we took a J-pop detour and then which later became a K-pop detour. So Bring Me the Horizon for a time was one of my favorite bands, especially during the Sempiternal and That's the Spirit era. You know, so something like this song is actually kind of right up my alley because this song is actually one of my favorite songs on That's the Spirit. So I think we can all kind of guess that I'm going to be a little biased before I go into this. I've seen enough Maphra on TikToks, whether it's through her videos or through another reactor's videos. So I've seen parts of the song. I've heard a little bit here and there. I've never heard the song in her version of the song in its entirety. I might be a tough sell on this one. I'm not gonna lie. I already liked the song. I liked the song to begin with back when it came out, which, when did it come out? 2015. So we are approaching 11 years, but it has been officially a decade since that song came out, which it doesn't feel like it's been that long. Holy crap. So this is basically my opportunity to really give Maphra a chance. I am cautiously optimistic. I'm very cautiously. In fact, you may as well just call me a little skeptical, but I'm gonna try to give her a fair shake. If there are things I like, I will absolutely divulge. And if there's things I don't like, I'm gonna say that too. But I will also preface that by saying this. I don't like, because a lot of you are probably gonna be new to me, I don't like making videos where I just completely crap on an artist of some sort. I don't find that to be fun. So even if I am going to criticize something, I will try to at least be constructive with it. So, but at the same time, I'm not gonna be annoyingly neutral to where I'm trying not to like walk on eggshells here. You know, I'm gonna plant my flag somewhere. But just a real quick about myself. I'm a musician. I've been a musician for over 20 years. I mainly play guitar. You know, I produce my own music. So you know, I worked in the music business for 15 years, and that's the extent of my experience. Okay. I have one question before I even hit play, because this is something I don't know yet about this cover. Are the instrumentals Bring Me the Horizon and it's Maphra singing on top of it, or is this a whole new production and it's a cover? I think I've heard the song enough to know the difference. So let's see. It's Bring Me the Horizon.
Cut off my wings and come lock me up. Just pull the plug, yeah, I've had enough. Tear me to pieces, sell me for parts. You're all vampires, so here you can have my heart. You can have my heart. You can have my heart. There was a funeral, a room of ghosts. No hand of movement, no sign of pulse. Only an echo, just skin and bone. They kick the chair, but we uptie the room. You can have my heart. You can have my heart.
She has a nice vibrato. Nice pitch as well.
So come rain on my parade, 'cause I wanna feel it. Come shove me over the edge, 'cause my head is in overdrive. I'm sorry, but it's too
That part was nice.
late, and it's not worth saving. So come rain on my parade. I think we're doomed. I think we're doomed, and now there's no way back.
You figure with a voice like hers, she can knock out the two Dooms in a row. Interesting scream as well. Interesting texture.
You must have made some kind of mistake. I asked for death, but instead I'm awake. The devil told
I love the
me
drums to
no
this song.
one cheats. I thought I'd sold my soul, but he could never see. You can have my heart. Don't even light on. I'm coming home. It's getting darker, but I'll carry on. The sun will shine, but it never did.
I have one criticism.
Come shove me over the edge, 'cause my head is in overdrive. I'm sorry, but it's too late, and it's not worth saving. So come rain on my parade. I think we're doomed. I think we're doomed. And now there's no way back. I think we're doomed. I think we're doomed. And now there's no way back. So come rain on my parade, 'cause I wanna feel it. Come show me over the edge, 'cause my head is in overdrive. I'm sorry, but it's too late, and it's not worth saving. So come rain on my parade. I think we're doomed. I think we're doomed, and now there's no way back.
Okay. I have thoughts. So let me start off with some positives, right? I am, at the very least, pleasantly surprised that I liked as much as I did. I did have to kind of recalibrate my ear as well, because Maphra she likes to indulge in her vibratos, and she kind of took the song in a slightly like operatic direction, right? And especially in the beginning, a lot of different pitches that we were going through, and that's, you know, not typically how it's done in the original. Ollie doesn't go that direction, which is fine, you know, like she can play around. So I was trying to kind of like get out of my own way with that and be like, no, just let her cook, let her do her thing, you know, even if it's not in the original, it doesn't have to fucking match, like it's fine. I think Ollie's approach to that, he kind of has like a little bit of this breathy, sultry approach to it, right? So he's probably not necessarily thinking to have gone that direction to begin with, so he had his own different approach too, and I kind of like that breathiness to it. So that's why I'm kind of an advocate for the maybe simpler part of it. But yeah, that was not bad either. I think in general, her screams, I do like her tone. I think there are times in which it's a little off for me. I think perhaps it's in the way that she applies it. So it's different, you know. I don't know if it's just because I'm not used to that, or if it's just actually something that no matter how many times I listen to it, it's just something I don't prefer. My one criticism, it's her crescendo. I'm not in love with the way that sounds, mainly because she's clearly showing examples of her scream where it sounds good. Like there's an actual good tone there. You know, she's achieved good texture. So I know she's capable of doing it. I just think for that particular run, she could have maybe approached it a little different here. Cause like, this is where I'm gonna make a bit of a stretch. I'm completely fine with being wrong, because honestly, this is my first experience with her, so I don't know her voice inside and out. I don't know what it's supposed to sound like in certain situations, but the way it sounds is that it sounds like it's painful. It sounds like it hurts, and it hurts me a little bit to listen to it, and not in like a, you know, oh, this sounds terrible thing, but it literally sounds like she's hurting her own voice to achieve that sound. And I think there's a safer way to achieve that goal. I just think that could have been executed a little differently. You know, it's hard to sit here and like really critique that when it really sounds like, you know, she's trying her ass off, trying to achieve that. So like, I don't make that comment lightly.
I think I like it.
I think, you know, without like focusing on the negative stuff, because honestly, I'm maybe even making it sound worse than it actually is. I liked it more than I thought. Honestly, I'm a little surprised, but in a good way. But if ultimately you made it this far in the video to see whether I like this over Bring Me the Horizon, I think you already know what the answer is. I already like the song. I do. So it's hard for me to all of a sudden go, well, sorry, now I like this. So it's hard for me to break away from that, especially after seeing like the Royal Albert Hall live performance, which I'm sure a lot of you have heard. Other fans of Bring Me the Horizon already mentioned that version. When you were there, as the album's releasing and you're used to that version of the song for a while, and then you get exposed to like this kind of like stripped down studio version of Drown, and then all of a sudden there's Royal Albert Hall, which is a big deal, and then you see like that whole like orchestral intro just before Doom pops up, which I kind of consider them to be kind of part of the same performance because it just leads right into Doomed, and all of a sudden like Doomed hits and it's the band and you got the orchestra and the choir. Like, it's fucking crazy, man. So to be able to experience that as that stuff was coming out, it's hard to beat that. So I don't need Maphra to be better than the original. I feel like this is an excellent reproduction while making it her own at the same time. If I could give her one compliment, it would be that she's figured out the hard part, which is she has her own tone. After even just hearing this song one time and then the clips I've heard of this same performance on TikTok, I can hear her sing something else and then know that it's her. That is difficult to do because whenever you're learning how to sing and you're building yourself up, what do you tend to do? You sing other people's music. And what do? You tend to try to sound like them to make sure you're singing it right. Sure. But how do you sing it right but also sound like you? That's sometimes harder than it looks. I think Maphra has done the hard part. I think right now she's going through this big boom in popularity, covering songs, and I think for now that's gonna be perfect for her. And then at some point, she's gonna release some original stuff. That'll be the true test, right? We know she can sing. I don't even need to hear anything else. I know she can sing. What I'm interested in is what new places is she gonna take me? So I also tend to rate songs out of 10. I'm gonna give this an 8.5 out of 10. If the original to me is a 10, she's an 8.5. All right, well, we got that done. So anyway, guys, if you want me to check out anything else, if you want me to check out some more Maphra, I know she's got a few other covers out. I think one just came out recently too. But yeah, let me know if you want me to check out anything else. Hope you enjoyed the reaction, and I'll see you later.